Many Me in Tennessee, Miss Lisa. She says the pre-op process, it was forever for her. And asked me if I'm going through the same. Are you kidding, Lisa? It's been 9 months. I could have had a baby by now. Um, yes, I began. I began the process in April and went to my first visit with a surgeon in May. So, and I remember you, Lisa, and you're already what? You're close to being at goal. And actually, for all of you, if you don't know Lisa, who's Mini Me in Tennessee, and I think that you should, because she, in addition to being very positive, she also, I think, has an incredible, good, positive relationship, I think, with her weight and her food and all that, as does Kayla, as do most of you, the people that I follow, and I think the people that follow me. I think we have a lot in common in that way that I kind of like. Foodie turned sleevy says, what's been the most surprising? Well, Foodie turned sleevy, besides talking to you, I think that what's been most surprising has been that there would be people like you and like all of you, that there would be people in my life that would matter to me so much that I would take my time, and that they would make a difference in my life, and that would matter to me, that I would go, oh, wait a minute, when was the last time I heard from her? Or sort of like what I said about Jackie, right? That all of a sudden I thought, oh, how come I haven't heard from her? When I changed laptop or iPads, and somehow it didn't send me the thing, uh, the notice, and I missed her. So people, and I when I started, I mean, especially because of my age, I have to be honest. I'm not that cool. And the other thing that I have to be honest about is that having the background that I have, being 64 years old, having gone to treatment, having been on a diet for all these years and having an eating disorder, a lot of times I can't help but see it coming. And I think that a lot of you probably do the same thing, that you go, whoa, or you watch somebody's videos and you go, oh, like I see it coming. It's kind of like when you see your kid and you see it in slow motion, you see they're going to fall. It's kind of the same thing too with this, where you go, do I say something that it's coming, that's just, or do I just stand back and go, okay, hopefully it won't be, a bad fall. You can't help it. Watch Adrienne shrink. Adrienne, I love her videos in the bathroom. So, what are your fears in the next chapter? Adrienne, my fears are the same as yours, sweetie. And that's that once again, I'm going to fail. That I'll let everybody down, that I'll let people like you down, that I'll, that very few people that I've told that I'll let them down. That once again, I'll have to explain what? What will I say? Losing Lou, who won the beauty part, says, when did you start thinking about WLS? And listen, Miss Lucy Lou, which time? Because I did go to a bunch of times. There was the first time a long time ago. My employer, the insurance didn't cover. That was a long time ago, and I'm kind of glad, because that's when they open you up from here to there. And then another time, interestingly enough, because I went to the university, and I'm sorry, my nose. I didn't have a weight history, because at that time I was, how you start to have that crazy thinking they talk about with alcoholics, and I wouldn't allow my doctor to tell me what my weight was. So they weren't writing my weight down. So I didn't have 3 years worth of weight. Go figure. But again, divine intervention. And then at times, most of the time, I think my BMI wasn't above 40. And this time, when I went to my doctor in April, interestingly enough, I went for medication, and it just ended up that I wasn't above 40, but because of the sleep apnea and all that stuff. So, Cartwheel VSG, about does my bariatric group have a support group? Yes, they do. And yes, I've gone to them. And thank you. But you know what, Cartwheel VSG? I found that that group at the university is not as well informed as YouTubers. And no judgment, it's just that it is, because I think that when you look at YouTubers, first of all, just the group of people that I follow, not only, people like Perforce, who's in the UK, and people from all over the country. I mean, there are people, Tennessee. I've just talked about Tennessee. People in California, people in the East Coast, people in Utah. They're just people all over the country, so they're getting information from all over. And some people are so well read. They're on top of stuff. So, and think about a group where somebody like Jody in California, who's a nurse, and she'll just have information that's coming, from a nurse. Sorry, my hair is stuck in my earring. There'll be, there are people in mental health, because of course, there'll be, other people who have other information, and there'll be somebody who knows something about, Michelle, who's, now I can't think of her name, pharmacist. She'll know something about, drug interaction or vitamins or, so all kinds of things. So I think that we're a group of well-informed people. Yes, there's a lot of bad information. Of course. But there's also a lot of support. Changing Christie wants to know when and where. VSG, I'm having VSG on 314 at University of Minnesota. And hallelujah. Yes, here's the thing, talking about information and talking about the new Jackie and how, we're two older women. I'm not a senior citizen yet, but it won't be long. I don't understand this. Like it. If you watch it, like it. I understand subscribe. I kind of don't understand yet. I understand subscribe, but I don't understand. And so she was so sweet because she answered that something about how if you say like, then it'll come up for other people. It'll be a suggestion, which I have to tell you, there's this person, this young woman that shows up as a suggestion when I look at stuff, and she's getting a divorce, and she's told her children, and she's all crying everywhere. It's heartbreaking. So thank you, sweetheart, for telling me. Penny Sleever, talks about how she believes in makeup, which yes, thank you. Red Henful is asking me about what made me decide in my career. Because a lot of people who went into the field of mental health misread Henful is because they start out trying to fix themselves, I think, or trying to sort of figure out what makes them tick. And you take, you go as a freshman in college and you take that, Psych 101, before you know it, you have a master's degree. So there we are, 25 minutes. So here we are. Let's see what we got. Oh, it's a white one, white paper. Cindy VSG. Cindy is from New York. So Cindy VSG, send me your information and you'll get a box full of stuff. You won't get a cart, but you'll get a box full of stuff. Thank you to everyone. I am going to give an old lady piece of advice because Valentine's is coming. My piece of advice is to let your loved ones know what your expectation is, because loved ones can't always know what's on your mind. And so sometimes people can't give us what we want because they don't know, and then we end up being disappointed. So just tell someone what your expectation is, so that you'll get what you want. And reading minds isn't a sign of a good relationship, but somebody fulfilling your needs is. So, besos. Till soon. Bye-bye.